Be quiet. Hello. Hello. You guys, I wasn't yelling at you to be quiet. I was yelling at the boy to be quiet. The 11-year-old is in there having a fit. His brother tried to take his Twizzler. You guys, welcome to Larger Curves today. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring the bell on your way in. Curvies. Oh my God. Did you see the reunion for? Did you see it? Wasn't that crazy?
Wait a minute. I only saw the finale. I didn't watch the reunion.
No. Well, that was the finale. I'm sorry. The finale.
Oh my God. There's a finale. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. There's something wrong with her. There's something wrong with her.
Isn't that insanity?
Complete insanity.
The mere fact, the freaking fact that she would weaponize. First, she takes all the words all season and twists them up and Brynifies them. Yep. And that means that it's just a horrible lie. She implied that somebody that Aaron told her Jenna was broke. And then she lied about Pavit's about Pavit, Jessel's husband. And now she's exacerbating the situation with Uba. And she's been picking on Uba the whole season, though, in my opinion. So this is a recap of The Real Housewives of New York, the reboot. I personally feel that this reboot is not rebooting the booty the way that we need it to. If they're not putting me to sleep, then they're triggering and shocking the heck out of me. And it's not in a fun kind of way like we're used to with these types of franchises. Now, Brynn has admitted that she currently rewatches old RHONY.
Okay.
So that could explain how she always wants to just come and twist something and take it. And I don't know.
No. Nothing adds up to what she did.
Right.
And there's no math that makes like 2 and 2 equals 4. That doesn't, nothing that happened before adds up to what the fuck she did. That fucking lying bitch. Drunk bitch.
It was
She said some shit drunk and she didn't mean, and she fucked up. She lied.
She did beyond lie because she done.
I believe it happened, but I don't think she told Uba.
Right. She didn't tell Uba. But you know what's interesting is that you didn't see the other episode where when they first got to Puerto Rico, Uba was feeling very picked on by Brynn, and we were seeing it as viewers like she was just Like I said, I thought it was because Uba has her billionaire and he is fine. Did you go to Uba's IG page?
No, Mr. Connecticut. No,
man, fine. And I know Brynn is all kinds of jealous, right?
Well, again, the math ain't math. I'm sorry. Jealousy does not add up to accusing. Oh, I'm sorry. Like I want to. Like I hope at the reunion. I'm sorry. Like they need to. I want to get their phones. When did you call me? Let me see your call log.
Yes.
What day was this? What night was this? Was I even here? Was I in the cut? Like, because you're a lying bitch. Like, you didn't call me crying and just one off say, "Oh, I got graped," and like.
She did call Uba crying prior to BravoCon. It got brought up in a previous episode. Okay. And Uba did not mention anything about the grape. She said her friend called her crying. They were supposed to appear at BravoCon, but she was obviously having some type of mental something. And Uba paid for her to go to the freaking shrink, you guys. Uba paid for her to go get some time to herself. Uba sent her to go get some time for herself, even without knowing about the grape, just because Brynn said she didn't know if she could show up at BravoCon or not.
For why? Well, for why though? Like, what was her?
She didn't say the reason that Brynn gave, but she just said she was hysterical and she couldn't do it, and so she helped Brynn in that moment, and that was part of why Brynn was. She was questioning, why would Brynn be treating me this way of everybody when I was there for her in a time of need?
I mean, like, is she told her then?
Well, that could be the time that Brynn alleges that she said she told her. But even in that, it doesn't use that she would weaponize it in this situation. Uba didn't even use the word she was using. She said, I want you to say you're sorry for saying that I suck penis to get on. That's not what Uba said.
She said that. Brynn said that. Like nothing. Wait, sorry. What Jeff Lewis said and whatever else, that is no. If nobody knew about the Grape, why is that? You can't be made like. Now I could say, oh yeah, that's why I got upset about it. But yeah, I don't even know what to say about it. I don't want to call her a liar, but like
a liar.
She just flip it out and all manic and making like trying to be just all extra in that moment when she was drunk.
Hi Toria, happy New Year.
She
Long
just
time no see here. Yeah, Brynn, you know what? I wanted to like Brynn. She came across as such a little like she was just so like this. And I don't mind that. I don't mind I'm cute, take care of me. And I don't really mind that. But what I did mind to Brynn is that she was spending so much time doing this. I don't know what she does for a job. I had no idea if she was dating or not dating. I don't know why she would live in an apartment with no elevator. You know what I'm saying? It's like all these things that we have no idea about Brynn. Right. But she was giving us all of this sex kitten. Oh, she's the sex kitten is a deflection from the Grape that happened in Central Park. She was walking through Central Park and got raped. About 4 years ago. She said it was like in 3 to 4 years of like it's more recent than her childhood trauma.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's been like in the last it was recently within the last decade. Like it happened recently. And so
did she go through courts and all like a whole court thing?
She has not mentioned. Like we just found out from her that it happened. She did a own article. Wow. To try to clean this up. She has a Rolling Stone article out right now.
Oh, yeah, that's like this is separate. The separate than her telling Brynn. Listen, that happened, but that's not her telling Uba is a separate thing. There's no cleaning it up. You lied about telling Uba. That's it. There's no fucking cleaning it up. Your thing happened. I'm sorry that it happened. Now you're dealing with it. Now you're being honest about it. Now you're telling people about it. Sorry, nobody knew. Right. But don't bring you drug Uba into this. Like she was going to the hospital. She was like so upset.
No, okay. So then you guys, I misspoke on her live. It was not the hospital. They went to a hotel because as it turned out, when Uba found out that this is what it said in the article, when Uba found out that Brynn lied on her, we see her go down the hallway and we see her saying, fuck you.
Yeah.
You, how could you? I never knew that. And production had to separate them. Yeah. Uba and Jessel went to a hotel, not the hospital. It started with the HO. I got them so wrong.
But no, but she was thrown up. She was like sick, like physically ill. Like she was like ill. And then she wouldn't even, did you see all the way when they went to go do the photo shoot and everything?
Yeah. That was so crazy because I thought that was great. That freaking promo was great. I loved them in all their dresses and to find out all of that tension had been going on behind. And I thought that was one of the most provocative intros that we've ever seen. Tossing apples, standing there and all different. I was like, oh, this was great. And then come to find out it was all on the heels of that fiasco.
And how dare her? She's still acting like she did something like she's I don't know. I don't know. She does not. I don't understand. The fact that nobody has explained to her. First of all, I don't agree that nobody went and checked on Uba. I would not. Nobody. What the hell?
That's what I personally is that. Okay, so there was a couple of things triggering. You guys know I can go to the race place, but that's because I'm Black in America, and a lot of racial things have happened to me to make me notice this shit. Okay.
Did she identify as Black?
Uba is an immigrant.
No, not Uba. Brynn.
Brynn is biracial. Brynn is biracial with Black and white. Yes.
I just found that out. Okay.
Yeah. So Brynn is biracial. Okay. So she's a person of color. Mm-hmm. The Psy lady is Puerto Rican, so she's a person of color. The Raquel lady from who took him to Puerto Rico, Rican, person of color. And then we have Uba, person of color, and Brynn. So it's almost like 5 people of color. Wow. That's a lot of people of color. Yeah. And so for Brynn all season though has been doing little things. She started the season off by telling Uba, "Oh, you don't want to be seen as an angry Black woman on TV." Remember that shit?
Yes. Yep. You don't marry you if you're every Black.
And that's why I think
that episode I saw. I watched after Sag Harbor. I wouldn't watch it. Yeah.
Yes. So that's what makes me think Brynn is really high-key jealous of Uba because she wasn't really trying to help Uba with all the shit she was throwing at her in that scene. But now that you're reacting, you don't want your boyfriend to see you as the angry Black woman now that I got you all upset. Like, it was just too much.
I mean, yeah, like, I just, for the relationship that they had, like, for Brynn to so flippantly drunk say something like that and destroy her character, make people wonder if Uba really did, like, maybe Uba did hear it and she she didn't clock it. And like some people might actually believe that. And like, no matter what anybody says, or even if Brynn comes out and says, oh, I don't remember when I told her or whatever.
Well, she doubled down in the article on in Rolling Stone. She says that she's pretty sure she said it because she said she has a text on her phone that says, oh, I told Uba today. And he says, that's good. You can trust her. So I don't know. I would need to see the text message. I personally would need to see the text message with the date. And I would also need to see, like, maybe that does coincide with to go to therapy. And maybe she only heard that a suicide. I'm sorry, I said the word.
And, that too, she said.
So maybe her hearing cut off at, oh, my friend's upset, suicide, and then she threw in the Grape and didn't hear that part because she was already thinking of a solution. But regardless, the bottom line remains that Brynn did try to sway the opinion of Uba's character to these women to make her seem like this and Uba seem like this. And she had been going in, having offside conversations the entire season, especially with Aaron, about Uba's so scary. Uba's so mean. You can't say anything around Uba without her this. And it was just like little setups against Uba, the ultra melanated lady on cast. And then for the other women of color to go run to Brynn, who's lying in their face. And all these things, oh, Uba's a horrible person. I can't believe she would do that. And it was all lies. And I was so upset. I was like, oh my gosh, nobody but Jessel went and checked on Uba? Really?
Nobody. Not till the next morning. Like the next morning, that's what they were thinking about. That's when they all remembered it.
They didn't even call her for nothing when she left the house and they found out that she left and that Brynn is a freaking liar. They could have texted her and been like, oh my God, Uba, sorry. We understand anything, nothing from
nobody. Uba. No, they didn't. They didn't check on her. That's crazy. You know, and Brynn too, like, she's still doubling down. I can't believe that she's still doubling down on her saying that. Like, who would not remember that? If my friend said that to me, first of all, why? If you flippantly said it, that's on you. Like, if you flippantly said it, and if you obviously didn't realize it, you had to have known that I didn't realize that. What kind of friend wouldn't say, oh my God, when did that? You know what I mean?
Like if I didn't dig in right there.
Yeah, like, what do you mean you don't know if I clocked it or not? What kind of friend wouldn't turn around and go, oh my God, when did that happen? Oh, but like, you know what I mean? So what the fuck? So either you're saying she's a bad friend because she didn't clock it, or you're lying and you never even told her. So either way, you're saying she's fucking either she didn't clock it or she doesn't remember, or you're just a liar, you know?
Yeah.
But people would always doubt Uba now. And I don't doubt her, but you know how Bravo community is.
Right. And the mere fact that she's still like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong because I saw this test. It's still just mind blown.
I'm a victim.
Treat the one person who literally tried to help her, the one person who all it took was a call, and she was like, oh my God, let's get you safe. And that's who you choose to pick on the entire season. And she was like, I don't know why she's treating me like this. I have no idea.
And they must be all rallying around her. I guess they're friends with her. Like, oh, look how they're just all rallying around her. And like, I guess I don't mean anything. Like, I'm sorry, but you just told everybody. Like, you just said it.
Yeah.
Like, give people some time. Right. Like, even process what you said. But now you're worried about these people are not rallying around you at the photo shoot.
Right.
Did you reach out and apologize?
Well, that's what I was saying too. Make It Make Sense has a great point. He says, I'm so confused. You can be an SA survivor and a promiscuous person. Two things can be true at the same time. Is someone not allowed to mention it if a person is SA survivor? Okay, so my whole thing with Brynn, she came on like a sex kitten, like I said.
Oh, yeah.
And she said this season, she said, oh, I can make a dick joke again. I'm finally better. So she was always promiscuous or like hypersexual in her conversations.
Oh, yeah.
She was like a shock jock, like Mia Thornton and that
Yes, shock value.
They all just want to rub their nipples and get beads or something.
Shock
value. That. You know, they're very shocking with their sex. It's over sex. Like all of that.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
But
balls in your face.
Yes, exactly. But then when Uba says, oh, you may have slept with somebody for this job because you're so hypersexual. Maybe I don't know who I think you are. Maybe all these words that come out of your mouth are true. Maybe that's who you are. And this is not real, but I just feel like Uba was right. Jessel is a real friend. Jessel was also torn. You saw that she wanted to be with the cool girls. Like the cool girls were literally in the other room comforting freaking Brynn in that moment. You know, no, it was totally like Uba's an outcast. I have to go here and be with Uba. What's the rest of the party doing?
They were doubting her the whole time. They're like, oh my God, did she really confessionals? Did she really know? I would never be able to look at Uba the same if she knew. It's like, what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, two things can definitely.
Oh yeah, they can be true, but she didn't mention it until just now.
Right, exactly.
It was just you know,
it helps her case though, as to make a huge, like she's like, oh my God. But if what triggered her is that Uba say, maybe you slept with someone to get this job. I didn't. I have value. I have worth. That's what she said. But Brynn took that and packaged it as I'm a whore. These are Brynn's thinking thoughts.
Exactly. First off, Jeff Lewis
I suck dick for jobs. Right. I slept with somebody for this. That's all she was saying.
Yes. Jeff Lewis said it first. Jeff Lewis is the only one ever. Jeff Lewis said it first. Asked Aaron in the interview or whatever on Jeff Lewis Live. Jeff Lewis said, "Do you think Brynn, sleeps with people, whatever?" And Aaron said, "No, I don't think so." And then ever since then. First, it was Aaron said it, blah, blah, blah. Aaron said, whatever. Aaron didn't stick up for me with Jeff Lewis. And ever since then, it's like, oh, I must suck dick for this. Jeff Lewis said it. And then it was, he's only doubted her. They've had issues ever since. She's the one who keeps saying, you're right. She said it this. She said this. She this. And again, she never told Uber. I don't believe she ever told Uber that.
Right.
She wants to keep throwing this happened to her face. Fine. Keep it separate from the lie you told about Uber, though. Right. Let's worry about what you did to Uba too, because you're not going to overshadow the shit that you did to Uba. You know what I mean?
Well, that's true.
She wants to forget about it. No,
forget about it. Like Tori is saying, what did you think about that scene the next morning when Brynn is on the couch acting like nothing happened? Not
trying to leave though. She wanted to leave. She's embarrassed. She wanted to leave because she knew she lied. She was trying to get leave. I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave. Yeah,
in her damn Rolling Stones article, she kept using words like, I didn't feel safe.
For what? What? Safe?
I just wanted to leave out of there. I didn't feel safe. Go read the fucking article. So she's still painting this like angry.
Why did you drink
around thing for Uba? I was like, bitch.
Why are you drinking around these women then if you don't feel safe?
Yeah, it's so weird.
Sorry, I'm confused now. Like what? Like, huh? You don't feel safe.
Like not a care in the world. Would Nene have been wrong for calling Kim a mistress if she were an SA survivor? No, because these two things can exist. Kim calling out one part of your life is not victim blaming and assault. No, but I do feel like Brynn weaponized her assault. I feel like Brynn weaponized her Grape against Uba to try to make it seem like Uba's a horrible person.
Right. Well, Uba never even said it. Yeah. Uba didn't say she sucked dick for money or for a job, right? All she says, I don't know if you like.
Ooh, is Eric a producer on here too? You mean the same Eric that Candace used to call for Eric?
That showrunner? Is he out there? Oh,
did Candace used to call for Eric? Is that the producer she called for when her and Giselle were getting into it that time?
He must be another.
He's a messy motherfucker.
He's now Baskin Robbins, isn't he? He's out. Robbins type content, like a Jeremiah type producer guy.
Yes.
Manipulate shit. Hey, make it make sense.
Yeah. Thanks for coming through, everybody. Just Simply's in the house.
I was reading. I was trying to read.
Everyone online is saying the finale was very.
What's
yeah,
good?
because she weaponized freaking Grape.
Yes, she did actually. Yeah, because she didn't just come out and say it for support. She said it to act like she knows this happens. Why would she say this about me? She knows I was right. I was great.
Yeah.
Oh, what? So
Yeah.
no. Then that point, she's weaponizing it right then and there. She's actually saying that Uber's weaponizing it.
Yes.
She's saying Uber's weaponizing something by saying it, knowing I did this, knowing that this happened to me. Why would she say that? No, you didn't. You never told her that. So you're lying right here. You're drunk and lying about telling somebody you were great. Somebody that's a friend to you. And like they're one of their people, like somebody that's on camera right now with you. You're saying out loud. Brynn, of course, he's rich based on her private jet.
Oh my gosh. I wonder if she's nicer, because you know how like the Giselle.
I don't know what's wrong with her, but
you always hear later.
She needs to realize what the hell's going on, because she's not doing herself any favors. If she wants support, she's not making any friends by weaponizing what happened to her, saying it and the drunken slur. I was great. Blah, blah, blah. I'm in therapy. I
didn't hear a slur. I did not hear a slur in Brynn. That's Brynn's behavior. I don't even know that she was drunk like that.
Oh yeah. What I hope.
I'm giving her this many excuses or reasons as to why.
See, that's even worse though. When drunk or not, like if you can flip it, I think they were drinking, but the way that you can just say stuff like that when you're drinking, maybe you also should stop drinking. Maybe you shouldn't drink, because I don't know if you should be safe around alcohol. You don't have to safe around your castmates. I don't think you're safe around alcohol, because you just told the whole world something happened to you. You want support.
She's a gold digger.
Well, yeah, that's all these things could be true too, and that also could have happened to her. But all these things are separate. The math doesn't math up to equal 4.
We did a head count, Mims. We have Raquel.
Listen, Aaron, you're allowed to have a 4, but what about Uba?
There's 5 people of color on this cast. Make it make sense. 5. So Eric still has access to the melanin, actually. Yes.
Well, they should go in on break. Why? Let's forget. Like, why are we forgetting about what she put onto Uba, and what Uba's going to have to deal with the rest of her life? Think about it. You know what I mean? Why we can have a soft spot for Brynn. That's fine. That can be true too. But also, let's not forget what she's done. Like, let's not forget, this doesn't take away from all the things. Like, yeah, she's all fucked up in the head. They're all like, yeah, they all keep saying it's not an excuse for lying about what she, lying on Uba like that. It's not an excuse.
I had a soft spot for.
It's hard. She's annoying.
However, hearing her use in a up-to-date post-reunion world, she's still using the words like "I didn't feel safe." She's still
safe from what?
Exactly. You were in a house with your co-stars. Why weren't you safe?
Yeah, why are you drinking around them then? Why are you going and sleeping in places with them? Why are you going on cast trips with them if you don't feel safe?
I hope they did go in on Brynn.
Yeah,
because even last season, I felt like Brynn needed to get gone in on a little more.
She needs to know what the fuck's going on in reality. She's not living in reality as everybody else. She's living in a Delulu land. It's hard to give somebody support when they're acting like that. When you think you're you're the victim. Okay, great. But we have to get past what you also have done. Like, everybody
doesn't want to believe
her. They're trying to support her, but Uba does not have to forgive her.
Yeah.
Or ever talk to her.
For Jenna to not want to find fault with Brynn. And still have not. I'm gonna have to see the reunion play out. Does you get a hug from Jenna? Any consoling? Any oh my God? Or is it all just still fawning over Brynn? Because Brynn has been flirting with Jenna a lot. So maybe that's part of why she can't. I don't know.
I really wish that Jenna would pay her Uber bill too. That really bothers me still. Why won't she pay the Uber? Why won't she pay Aaron back for the Uber bill? I don't understand, Jenna fucking Lyons. You're goddamn rich. Like, please pay. And I want to know. I wish you would pay her back.
Delusional. Yeah, it was
all your card.
It was like It was all dicks on foreheads last season, and now we can't
Balls in
mention.
your face. Balls in
Now
your
we
face.
can't mention anything really without you getting triggered and
It's balls
taking it
in
on
your
10.
face. Balls in your face. Balls in your face. Remember, balls in your face. Why is her house balls in your face? You're allowed to have balls all over your room and your face. I mean, come on, like.
Yeah. Well,
Don't
she
get
said, Jenna did say that on Watch What Happens Live, didn't she? That nobody's really communicating with her. In the
Yeah.
Rolling Stones
Right.
article, she of course talked to Aaron yesterday, and she still talks to this one.
She's not
And
apologized to that Uber
so
yet, then.
she's still talking to some of them.
Well, I'm wondering if she's apologized to Uber. Probably
She
not.
really does, Toria. I want to see Brynn with her natural hair and a tan. And that's the other thing. Like,
I was surprised. I didn't know that
really?
she was mixed. I did not know that she was mixed. I did not know that.
Yes, if she looked
I
natural,
can
would
see it.
she have so much privilege? I feel like, honestly, I'm gonna sound like Candace Dillard Bassett right now. And Brynn Whitfield's proximity to whiteness gives her a pass that Uba is not offered. The way
Right.
they rallied around her, regardless, no questions asked. And then we see Uba crying on the couch the next morning. Now, one of them hoes even offered her a tissue. Now, one of them hoes went and tried to hold her hand. Now, one of them hoes got up and came over there and was like, oh my God, are you okay, Uba? Not one. When Brynn was crying, they all got up and gave her an orgy hug.
I was like, wait a minute.
And gave her an orgy hug because her proximity to whiteness and her white lady Karen tears got all the sympathy and empathy that was required from the group. Yet Uba's streaming down those beautiful cheeks, tears. Not one person reached, offered nothing. And that was triggering to me because I've been in that situation where people don't even feel my pain. Like, I'm sitting here melting in front of you.
Yes, but you not
I don't
see
even get a
me.
fucking hug. Like, fuck you. You know,
Right.
that was my moment though. But maybe
Yep.
Uba doesn't have a real problem with it. Majority of the cast coddle Brynn as if she's a teenager, and she's 40.
All the time. It's like just because she acts like she's 12, you don't treat her. She's 40.
Yeah.
It's like Raquel, like Rachel Raquel and Vanderpump. You should be a handler. You're not safe to be around humans. Like you're not there. You live in a Delulu land. You're not in a reality where you should not be around normal people. Like you need a handler. If you need to be coddled like a teenager, then maybe you should literally maybe you should live with somebody. Maybe you need like a handler or something. Because like you obviously don't live in Delulu. You don't live in reality. Because you're not self-aware enough to realize that nobody around you is looking at you like you're the victim right now. You weaponize something, Uba's the victim, and everybody's forget. It's like, what? I'm sorry. Your castmates they can't keep doing it. It's like freaking what they do on Salt Lake with Heather and all that. Why are we coddling these people?
Right.
Like, why forget? And again, Mary still hasn't gotten an apology.
Exactly.
So, like, are we really going to pretend that this is still
Mary didn't get an apology?
Not yet.
What's the new girl with the eyes that don't open? Brittany gets like a kumbaya circle.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, everybody, we like Bronwyn, we're so sorry. Oh, Heather, we're so sorry. Oh, Heather, oh my God, Heather, you don't have to worry about anything anymore. It's like, why are we like
the same thing did happen on on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City when the ladies are crying, they get tissues offered, they get a hand or whatever. And when Mary started crying, the only person that offered her a hand was Angie, and that was across Whitney's lap, who had started all those rumors, churches, remember? And nobody like rubbed her back, offered her a tissue or nothing. It's the same thing across franchises.
She didn't have her church. She didn't run her church. It was COVID, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
that's why her church wasn't running.
Right.
Like, I'm like, it's so crazy. The people, and it's like Mary was. It's like, I don't know. Let's not forget this. Like, not pretend it's still not going on in Bravo.
Right.
Nothing's really changed.
40 years old.
40, and she's so over.
I don't think she clocked it.
Yeah. Well, what? Yeah. Ha. You don't. What? I'm sorry. She didn't clock it.
Yeah.
I need to see when you said it, how you said it, where were you, what time of day was it, were you drinking, was I drinking, like.
And even Uba was like, I just need you to tell me, when did you say this?
Exactly.
And all she needed to do was go through her text messages, look at the text she sent her brother, and she could have been like, oh, it was on this day.
Right. Was it a text?
It makes sense. Thank you. Is that my birthday gift? Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, it's her
Somebody in
birthday.
here, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday. A
Mm.
year younger, a year younger.
Yes, I'm 40. Yep.
40.
I decided to just go back to a rounded
Yeah, I'm
40.
48. Yeah, I'm letting I get to be 35.
40 until
Yeah, I'm
I'm
40. We're 40. We're 40. We're gonna start at 40.
we're
We'll
gonna
start at
start.
40. We'll
Yeah.
start.
It's
Yeah,
funny, Brynn
yeah,
didn't
it
have
doesn't matter.
a
It does not matter.
comfortable apartment till season 2, looks down on people's finances. I can't stand elitist stuck-up people with no money, right?
Like, what is
Like,
she really
we didn't,
doing?
that's what I'm saying. We didn't get to see nothing of Brynn's life for her to end
Well,
up with HBIC.
was
Like,
she married or something? Where'd she get this money? How'd she even start her on the show? Like, would she her apartment? I don't know how much that cost, but I mean, like, how did she even start
well,
her?
in New York, everything's an arm and a leg, but
Well, you have to have a job. I mean, you
the
have to.
apartment that she has this season is not great. It looks like it's not great. And didn't she have the nerve to talk about Uba's apartment earlier this season? I think she has the nerve to talk about Uba's apartment earlier this season. They popped over to each other's house. I'm like,
she's just because Uba's man is so fine.
He's fine. Did you see him? Everybody go to Uba Hassan's Instagram. Check out her man. That's why Brynn's mad. She's gonna have to stay mad too, because he didn't go nowhere after the reunion.
No, and I'm so glad that Uba. I felt so bad that she felt like she had to explain it to him. That's what I mean. Like, just because people might think it's not a big deal that she said this, Uba, that might affect Uba in a way that we don't understand. Like, her man's probably, you know what I mean? Right. Like, I have to tell my man, I'm like, wow, oh shit. Like, it's stuff you don't even think about. Like, all these people are going to hear it. And how dare Brynn say, what did she say? Something about them going to see this one day, or
yeah. Oh my God, I'm gonna have children and they're gonna see
it. What children? You don't have children? What do you mean?
Uba's actively trying to have children with boy with
like, you're not even, what do you mean?
And you're telling the world that their mother, that Uba's children are gonna have to think that she just says stuff for no reason.
Like doesn't care about grapes, and like, you know, like your friend got grapes, she didn't care about it, didn't even question her and say, oh my God, my friend got, like, get out of here. Do you think Uba's the friend that would go like, just, oh, you got grapes? Okay. I'm not gonna call, you know,
not if she paid for therapy because you said somebody had suicide and you couldn't handle it.
Yeah, it's like, why would Brynn be like, I don't like you because when I told you this happened to me, you said nothing. Think about it. She never once said to Uba, because Uba, obviously, if she didn't clock it, I would be like, wait, I just told you something that like literally happened to me. Now you're going to go all this time and not say, oh, I have a problem. Because I have a problem with a friend that didn't say back to me, you got graped. Holy shit, friend. So yeah, you're lying, Brynn. Nothing adds up, and nothing seems like it would like be logical.
And that's what Raquel almost alluded to in her afterwards when she's like, I believe you. But Brynn is lying.
Yeah, she's like,
adding up.
She's like, in that moment, right then, I knew Brynn was lying. She's like, I couldn't. And I don't know. I didn't think she meant like lying about telling Uba or lying in general, lying at all. Like in general. And it's like, you know what? She just seems like in that moment when she was like losing her mind, when that was going on, the way she said it, it was just so like, I don't know, not manic, just not there. Like, I don't even think she knew what she did. Like, I knew she knew what she did, but like in her manic, I don't think
she went in her room and panicked. She
did.
She went in her room and panicked.
Yeah.
Especially after Uba called her out for it.
You definitely can't say
Uba is saying Allah, that part about Allah, because when you're Muslim and you call on Allah to take your first child, that's what made Raquel believe her. But I want make it make sense, to make this make sense. How do you need a Bravo check to get an apartment for us to look at, but you've been flying private?
I know. Is it private expensive? That's what I was trying to figure out. Is private, how much more expensive is private? No, not private. No, not private. No, with the first class. I was thinking of first class. Never mind. She flies private?
That's what she was saying. Remember, she's like, I'm on private. That's what she was saying.
No, you don't have a job though. This is your job, right? Okay, now you might have a little bit of cash, but we know that these women, for some reason, just do not know how to save this money. I don't know why they don't.
Yeah, because Jenna seems a lot of money. Jenna had a fire sale of her whole closet this season. Did you see that?
They didn't need to pay their goddamn Uber bill. That bothers me. Because first of all, why don't you have a card to use to call your own Uber? Maybe you don't have the money, but you don't even have the card.
What does Jenna even do? Everybody's like, Jenna
used to be J. Crew. 25 years at J. Crew. That's all I know.
You mean those Eddie Bauer looking clothes?
Yes, yeah. The way she dresses, the way she dresses. J. Crew. I don't. Yeah, not me. But I mean, like,
I'm from Oakland. We don't have many J. Crews in Oakland, y'all.
she might have a decent, what's it called? Like a retirement or whatever pension, I guess. I don't know. Whatever you get. But like, it doesn't seem like she has like a lot of bills. It seems like a lot of houses, a lot of cars, a lot of people. And I just don't know why you can't call you. I just wanted to answer the question. I just want to know, why didn't she call her an Uber?
Well, maybe she did. Maybe she did, and we don't know. Maybe.
Well, Erin said she didn't. Erin said she
still to this day.
Erin said she. Yes, it was Erin. Never paid Erin back, and I don't. It was like 600 or 200 something. 200. But where did she go for that much money? And why did
she get a ride from the Hamptons to the city for that money? I
was thinking, maybe that's what I was thinking, but because her car was broken down or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, but she did.
Did she have a car? Because that Rolls Royce she pulled up in was rented.
That's
I thought.
The thing. Oh, it was. Oh shit, it wasn't.
Oh, so she was married to a man. Oh yeah, because she has a son.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Jenna Lyons has a son.
And a fucking lion.
I don't know if that was like, a surrogate or in vitro, but was she married to a man or a woman?
I think she was married to a man. I think, right? No, I was thinking about Raquel and her.
Both her and Raquel.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yes, that's because I had.
Oh my God, Krista, her and Raquel are San Juniperos.
Oh my God, they are. She even looks like the one girl. She looks like her. Raquel looks like her. You guys
they're sad because they were both married to men.
Yes, and then
afterlife, they chose their most benevolent timeline.
They look just like them too.
They kind of do.
It kind of looks like you got the plane.
Oh my God.
You guys, I'm telling you, how many times I tell her to watch this show. Well, it's one episode. Well, I want her to watch all the Black Mirrors, but this was the one I can never. It
weird.
It makes me feel some type of way. I can't even explain it. It feels like home. I don't know the feeling. It makes me like warm fuzzies inside. That show freaks me out in ways, but then again, that one episode gives me such hope.
Yeah.
That's
they both chose their most benevolent timelines after they got off these men.
Yes, that is the most benevolent. That's a beach. I will stay on that beach and wake up in that damn beach. I want to wake up in that. I wake up in that every single day of my life. I would be happy to wake up looking at that every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if I choose that would be my future.
You know who this season? I'm the only thing I want to know that interested me about her was, are you related to Crystal's husband from Beverly Hills? That's the only thing I want to know from Rachel Minkoff. Are you related?
I know.
Crystal's husband, is that the kind of Minkoff you are? That's all I want to know. The rest of it was boring.
She lied about a whole thing, right? Did she lie about it? I got pregnant by somebody else or something.
Yeah. Her and Aaron. Aaron's a bold-faced liar too. Aaron is Aaron's
sticking. I don't like her. I don't like.
That's why her and Brynn can be like this.
Yeah, and I don't like any of them doubting. I don't like any of them doubting the fact that she told Uba, I'm doubting Uba because she absolutely, in my mind, she absolutely did not tell her because there's
zero credibility.
There's so many things that would that don't make sense that would have to say.
She lied on everybody in the group but Rachel so far. No, wait, it's Rachel Minkoff and Raquel. I've been calling the other Puerto Rican lady Raquel. I don't know her name. But she lied on Rachel Minkoff, said she was pregnant and that she was a swinger. She lied on Jessel and Pavitt and said that Jessel was in love with somebody else. She lied on Uba and said that Uba used her Grape against her. She lied on
she never even told her about the Grape.
She lied on Jenna and said that Jenna was poor. She lied on Aaron and said that Aaron told her Jenna.
Jenna might be poor. We're not that's still up in the air because she hasn't paid her.
But she lied on Aaron. Okay. Aaron didn't say Jenna's poor. She lied on Aaron and said you see what I'm saying? So she's lied on everybody on here.
Why does she think? Maybe she thinks she's trying to do a housewife's handbook thing.
That's what I'm saying. But
she's nabbit.
Right? In old New York, they were chock full of liars.
They're breaking the fourth wall and shit. Oh, the producers, I'm so quick.
I'm scrambling on the couch.
I want to go home. No, Kyle, goodbye. Get the fuck out of here. You leave, you don't come back. You don't listen. You fucking leave. I don't look back. Okay. You want to go? Bitch,
That's too much.
You
That's
too.
too
You
much.
want to leave? Bitch, you want to leave? Come here. She's climbing out the window. This one over here. Get up.
Yeah.
Get over here. I thought
That
you
is too much.
Get
And
over
then
here.
how do you set the house on fire? I'm sorry for anybody in LA, it might be too soon, but how do you set the house on fire and then you're the first one that gets to leave?
Well, and again, because you don't want to face everybody because you knew what you did. Everybody's in a room talking about you, how you fucking lied. And like, oh, you got like, I'm sorry, like you didn't tell anybody else about this, Grape. That's what I'm saying. Nobody else in the group. How could how could you be mad at any of them? They didn't know. Anything that was said prior to you admitting or whatever. I don't know. She just said Uba knew. She never even told anybody. She just said, Uba knew this happened to me. This happened to me. And I'm in therapy, blah, blah, blah. And everybody's like, wait, what? What? Holy shit.
She's a 6-foot toddler. She's a toddler.
Using it against me. She knew. She absolutely knew. I'm sorry. Hold on. Well, you got great. First of all, back up. First of all, you got what?
Yeah.
It's like, what? This is a lot of information. Dana, I don't think so either. Because like I said, there's so logical things. Like, first of all, if your friend didn't go, oh my God, what? You got Grape. There had to be, you didn't say anything about a whole conversation about it. You just told your friend and she ignored you. So you would just ignored you when you said that. I'm sorry. What? No.
And never revisited it.
Right. We never talked about it. That's a bad friend in my eyes. I'm sorry, Brynn. Like you didn't go, oh, Uba's a bad friend. Like, no, bitch, you never even told her. Like, did you even tell her anything? Like, I'm sorry. Like, again, let's see.
Such a liar. I don't know that she told her anything.
We need collaborating cell phones.
She's a high key liar. I don't think she's
like times. I need to know what time, what date, who was I there? Who's around? Was somebody here? Was anybody around me? Because I'm sure it was like, holy shit, you got what? Like, I'm sorry. Was there anybody with me? Who was with you? Was there a camera there when you allegedly told me this? Like, what the fuck are you saying, bitch? Now, stop. Just shh. Like, let's just like work on one thing at a time. Let those support Uba, and then we'll worry about what the fuck you just said, because you didn't really say anything except that you got this happen to you, and then you tell the whole story. Nobody knew, honey. Nobody knew. Everybody's trying to be there for you now, but then they're also knowing that you lied. They're still trying to be there for you, but you lied. So let's not confuse it and make everybody think nobody was being there for you because they were being there for Uba because you were, somehow taking her side. The side of whatever, like there's no side here. Uba's side. Uba's the one you got lied on. Now people are going to doubt her credibility for the rest of it. Did she use your Grape against you?
Right.
But you didn't even tell.
That's really interesting. So on that point,
yep.
It ruins Uba's credibility. And it's so crazy in the world of America, in this world in 2025.
And Bravo,
and in Bravo and reality TV, that known liars, known liars, Eighth House proved with the flashback that you're a lying bitch, and everybody believes the lying bitch instead of the person that always tells the truth.
But she doesn't feel safe around them. Well, it looks like nobody feels safe around you because nobody's talking to you. Because why would anybody feel safe around you? Look what you're doing. You're making up these lies about your friend. Like you just literally, wouldn't want to be your friend. Like this is like, remember what I said about like Ken, like when with the whole Bolo gate, when Bolo thing happened, and the next day you have Kenya telling everybody what happened and whose ass was doing what and whose mouth was where, and I'm like, bitch, what are you doing? I will never rob a bank with you. Like that's that level here. I will never be your friend now because you just
and I can't even confide in you because
you're fucking telling me you're like, I got Grape, blah 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 blah, and I didn't hear you, and you're telling people I didn't. Fuck. It's okay. I can fuck up all by myself. I don't need you. Let's fuck up with me.
I feel like maybe Brynn trauma dumps, like we were talking earlier.
Yeah.
She's trauma dumps for attention, and then her being a victim creates a power dynamic in relationships in her life where she basically is actually over the person because they have to deal with her with kid gloves because they just come at her straight because now she's a victim and they don't want to hurt her feelings. So it's all a facade. It's with thought and plotting that she shows up in life like this.
I wonder, we need her brother. I want to talk to her. Like, we need the people that actually know her in real life, like her brother. Like, is she like this? Is this something she did for TV?
Yeah, she's always been a liar.
For attention, probably. Because even Jenna said, I used to do that when I was younger for attention. I didn't feel good enough. I did too. I was a Jax Taylor. Like, I never felt good enough. I was always around people that were like, always had more than I did. You know what I mean? Like, right. And I always felt like, and not knowing they were doing the same things I was, you know what I mean? Like I never felt like I was good enough to be around.
That's the thing. Like, remember the Shirley Temple movie? I'm gonna take it way back for y'all. Shirley Temple was that little actress that would tap dance up the stairs. Remember her? Well,
I used to get Shirley Temples at my diner.
Me too. And they actually have a ginger
ale.
ale.
Little, like you actually feel like you're getting an alcoholic drink. Can I have a Shirley Temple? And my mom be like, sure. And if like you felt like you're getting something special.
Right. But they had that movie with Shirley Temple, and it was it was all about the grass being greener on the other side. So she would look out her window and she was like, oh, I wish I had that life. Oh, I wish I was like in their house and doing those things. And she was always wishing. And she always thought that the grass was always greener on the other side of the fence. So then she ended up, I think it was Babes in Toyland is the movie. Super duper old. And then so she goes on this magical adventure in her dream. And then she comes back and realizes that she has everything she wants right in her own yard. And it was a beautiful movie. But that's how we do in life. Like we always want what's over there.
Yes. How do I make myself smaller like you are? How do I make myself smaller?
It's just my position.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, I'm like an arm. I'm an arm for my camera. I'm an arm for my camera, and I have it like and I'm sitting in a little chair because my son likes my office chair, so I have my little chair.
I know. I'm trying to make it look like you're sitting in the seat.
That's my chair. He said, "Mom, you have chairs. Look."
Well, tell him we're trying to make it look like we're in the Watch What Happens Live chairs.
Yeah. He let me come to the front. All I need are Ramona eyes so I can do a scene.
Oh my God, Ramona eyes. Oh my God, where's my glasses? Now you have my glasses.
Friend told me her story years ago, and I remember every single detail. You don't forget that
Exactly. You don't forget it.
Exactly.
Don't just say that and not talk about it afterwards.
And you remember, so if you catch that fool slipping, you can shake him in the neck. Like, no.
I mean, really, like her whole story of, I called her before BravoCon and like, I mean, that call did happen.
They're literally that's the thing with Brynn. I've said before in my reviews of her is it's two truths and a lie with Brynn, or it's two lies.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's one thing that might be true in what she said, but it's up for you to try to figure that shit out. So the one thing that's true is she did call Uba before BravoCon and have a meltdown. Yes,
did she say it was that conversation is when she told her? Is that the conversation?
I don't know how many phone calls it was about the BravoCon.
She needs to clarify it because
Uba admitted a phone call and she admitted a phone call, and they were both pre-BravoCon.
So this is probably the actual phone call in question, and I guarantee you, Uba's flipping the fuck out because she did not fucking tell her on that conversation.
She did not tell her.
She remembers that conversation, and then you said you told me that conversation. You absolutely
was devastated.
Wow.
She was devastated.
I mean,
she was literally throwing up at the thought of that happening to her.
Flirting with everyone's husband.
And part too. Like, I mean, if you just were raped in Central Park. And you're still looking at Abe's peen and
somebody's dad
wanting to be a throuple and talking about
dads. Remember?
And it's just a lot. It's a lot. And I don't know how I would deal with a Grape, but I don't know that it would turn into me being a sex kitten on TV. Like,
and the guy delivering her furniture. She's like, "Oh, is this her marriage certificate? Ha ha ha!" Like. The cameras. Thank God the cameras are there. I mean, I don't feel safe with random men in my house, like delivering my furniture and shit. But like, just the guy that's delivering our furniture, she's like, "Oh, this is our marriage certificate."
Yeah, like even that, like
weird, you weirdo.
I don't know. I think that if I'm not judging her. However, I am saying that just like with Sweet Tea from Married to Medicine, if I would have said 5 words and 3 emojis, one of which was a baby. And I told this man I could give him what he wanted. I would have been sure from my OBGYN that I could conceive and give him what he wanted before I sent the 3 emojis and the 5 words.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's like this. It's like if you're good, what?
Wait, hold on. So Sweet Tea actually knew before. Wait, back up. I just want to clarify. Sweet Tea did know she couldn't have kids before she married.
I'm saying that. See, and that's what.
Wait, did she though? Wait,
I'm saying that I personally would have never told somebody I would have their baby.
Okay.
Unless I knew I could have a baby.
Okay. She didn't know for sure. She was not.
Right. She didn't
Okay,
know.
so we don't know yet. So we never found out if. Okay,
Right,
sorry.
right.
I had to
Yeah,
just,
because I would have been scared. What if I can't? What if I can't deliver? You know
especially,
what I mean? Like, is
yeah.
he going to kick her to the curb when she doesn't deliver on a baby?
Oh, wait,
And he's been wasting the last 3 years
can
with
she have babies?
her.
Can she have babies?
They don't have one yet. They're still, and
Okay,
she's saying,
okay.
and let her tell it. She's on a show that's stressing her out to the point where she won't be able to conceive. It sounds like she don't want to get pregnant to me. Because how do you sit over here talking, squawking with these ladies instead of at home with your legs up?
Yeah, with your hot husband.
Yeah, and
Okay,
Dr. G, that's one thing I will say about Sweet Tea's influence on Dr. G is that he did look kind of good this season, except for when he opens his mouth and he talks like he sucks helium. I'm like, dude.
I was like, oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Emmanuel.
Hey guys.
Hey. Oh my God, man. Hey.
Happy New Year. How are you?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Excellente. What are your thoughts? You
Send it to Manny.
like, oh my God, he got chills, you guys.
Yes, I literally saw the finale like about an hour ago.
Me too.
I got chills. I really did. I'm glad I didn't know what was gonna happen, so I really was shocked. And my gosh, was I shocked. I've never liked Brynn, even from the very beginning. I always thought there was something off about her. And this was just horrible. Horrible in all sorts of levels. I felt bad for Uba. And let me tell you something. I'm going to need apologies to Uba from Jenna, Aaron, Raquel, Sai, all of the above. Everybody except Jessel. Jessel did what any friend should have done. Because I was thinking about it, you guys. Could you imagine had Jessel not said anything to Uba and Uba would have had no idea about this? Could you imagine? And here's the thing about Brynn. The matter of fact is she said she made that accusation about Uba on camera and then she backtracked off camera. So
yes,
and like even thinking about the possibility of had she not even clarified it off camera, it just
bad. It's bad. It was flippant. It was irresponsible. It was it was just very like not fucking. It just wasn't cool. Like the fact she said it on camera and accused her of it, and then like you said, backtracked off camera. You don't just go, oh, maybe she didn't clock it and
right.
What the fuck?
And did you guys see the article that was just released about an hour ago? The Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
she's doubling down again.
Told you guys.
You were telling me. I'm like, what? This bitch of what?
Emmanuel, did you read towards the end how she was like, "Oh, I was so scared."
Scared of what? That's what I'm saying. What I'm sorry. You didn't feel safe around why and who? You're the one making up really vicious lies about somebody. I wouldn't feel safe around you, can you? You know what I mean? Like I don't trust the bitch. Like I can't trust you now because you know. I'm sorry. If you said that to Uba, I'm pretty sure that would not be the end of the conversation, and it would have been remembered, and your friend would not have just not clocked it. Like, what are you saying that you sold your friend this and she said nothing to you? Because I'm sorry, that's not. You don't just say that and just move on. I'm sorry. You don't like that would be a bad friend. That would make Uba a bad friend. Okay.
Yeah,
but then she's not.
Imagine, so look, Krista, if I called you and said that and you didn't say anything, I would be like, bitch, did you just hear what I said?
Yeah.
Or I would think about it later and be like, either you didn't hear me, and because you didn't hear me, let me tell you what I said.
Especially if you're like, this just happened. I can't get it. Wasn't it like that? Like she said, she was like flipping out and she might have just said it and she didn't clock. Like, I'm sorry. It sounds like she said, I was telling her, like, is that when she
said maybe it was too much because I did mention the suicide too.
What? You just flipping. I'm sorry. I could see her acting the way she was then. That way, but like literally, but not saying like I don't think that I think Uba would remember. I'm sorry. This is so bad. We should even question this because it's like there's so many questions that there's so many things that should have happened after that conversation. That doesn't seem like happened, and it would make everything like horrible people that just say I got Grape, and you're not asking any questions, and I'm not giving up anything else. Get the fuck out of here. Come on. Now you're doubling. And again, then you have to question, did it really even happen?
Right. Emmanuel, did you think that the other ladies did a service or a disservice to themselves
Mm.
by not checking on Uba.
Yes, absolutely. Because even when that whole thing was going on, they were all okay. Here's the thing about the ladies. Even before this shocking finale, the entire trip, you guys, they have all been painting Uba as a certain type of narrative. Oh, we can't say anything to her because if we do, she's gonna bite our heads off. Oh my gosh, Uba's so reactionary. Oh my gosh, Uba is this. So they have been doing this the entire trip, you guys, the entire trip. So I don't like it, and that's why I said they all need to apologize to her.
Well, you know what? Mary
Because
Cosby hasn't gotten her apology from her castmates yet. So
who?
Mary Cosby never got an apology from her castmates.
Oh,
Right.
Mary. You know who owes Mary an apology? Lisa.
They all do from season one.
Lisa
I-
and Whitney
I-
and Heather. They
If
all
I'm
are.
not mistaken, I think I saw an interview that Mary did, and she did say Whitney did apologize. I think she's the only one.
Oh,
Sorry, really? After all
Yeah.
this time? Oh,
She said that Mary
Liar.
said that Angie, Whitney, and herself, the three of them went out one night, and
yeah.
Whitney apologized, even to Robert Sr.
Ooh,
that's who she actually is the apology to. And I'm
Yeah.
I'm actually impressed that she did it off camera. And I hope it was actually, I hope she meant it. Because Whitney is a fucking liar. We've realized that now. And so is Heather, and so is Meredith. And,
right.
you know, we realize that now. But it's like, that's, I mean, what they did to Mary, and there's, you know, I'm not going to mention her name, a certain blogger or, you know, YouTuber that tried to destroy her and was going all kinds of lengths, calling cousins and family members and interviews, and she's a cult member. And I mean, that person.
Oh yeah, the one that had her uncle and all.
Like, oh
Yes,
my,
it starts with you. And
Yeah,
I usually, and I love him, but I did not like that interview. I
don't like them at all. I don't like those two people.
I was not
I
okay
don't
with
think they have enough life experience to talk about what the fuck they talk about. But anyway, poor Mary. But like, I guess Bravo loves her, but I love her, and she came back. And you know what? The fact that she's back and now she's actually participating, and that has a good friend in Angie makes me happy because I like to see this Mary, and I don't like the fact that now they're trying to weaponize her son's situation. Oh, they were going to use it against her, so they were going to actually talk about it. So that's why she basically forcing her to talk about it on camera is what I heard. So I don't know if Bravo was doing that or the fucking castmates were doing that. I don't know, but like I don't know how it came about. But no matter how it came about, the way she handled it with her son, there's no better way of her to like. In my coming from somebody who's an addict, the way that she handled it, and that was her first conversation with her son about finding out he has to go away. Like that, she couldn't have handled it better, and she did it on camera, and it was amazing. And if anybody tries to weaponize it or says anything bad about it, then fuck on them. Like literally, fuck that. Like because these bitches are like liars. They're all fucking liars.
Well, I don't know if y'all remember this, but the night of the episode of like the very emotional episode when Robert Jr. shares everything with Mary, that same very night, you guys, Lisa Barlow goes on Twitter and posts pictures of her and her sons talking about, I love my son.
Dude.
It was very distasteful.
She's such an asshole. She does that.
Baby Wrinkles is
so mean.
bad. She's so. And then did you see in the freaking preview that she tells Angie, was it Angie? No, Bronwyn and Lisa are talking, and Andy asked Bronwyn how does she feel about, you know, her and Lisa, and Lisa gets told by Bronwyn, if you can't find a way to have sympathy with me, then how do you expect me to move forward with you? Because like that was a really horrible thing that happened and you don't have anything for me. And Andy was saying, I think she just wants you to like, you know, show some emotion. And Lisa turned it around and was like, I'm sorry that I'm so fucked up. And are you pleased now? And I was
like, I don't want, never mind. I don't want it. That's fine. Like, first of all, and I don't like how Lisa literally, I don't believe that Bronwyn didn't know the dad was the daughter's father. Like, I don't think that if they were such good friends, how did Lisa not know who the daughter's father was? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm confused on who even brought Bronwyn on, because they said that Heather, but Heather said that she's known Bronwyn. I think she said something like the longest. I could have sworn
wow. Oh, maybe both of them actually probably then. That's so weird to me because
Because remember, Heather said one time, I introduced Bronwyn to these ladies. I could have swore she said something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought, okay. Well, that's even okay because it's always like she's always like, well, you know, Lisa basically turned on her. It's like Lisa brought her on. It felt like I thought Lisa brought her on, but she was so worried about her and Lisa's friendship and the way Lisa was treating her. It's like, do you not see who this bitch is? I'm like, she now sees who Lisa really is for who Lisa is. But and I do for the fact that she kind of didn't take Bronwyn's side for anything.
Anything.
You know what I mean? Like who? And like
gold digger.
You're like
hot dog.
But she did the Meredith. So this is why the Heather and Meredith did this shit to her. The Finn stuff. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to get her. Like literally, they were trying to make her the Monica of the season, trying to make her like be blamed for that Finsta account. I really wish Dana would give me the goddamn Finsta. We're trying to. She would just give it to me. We're trying to do the background check on it and really prove that it's Heather. But the fact, even okay, so we have two separate things. We have the lie. We have her. We literally know that Dana said it is not Lisa. Whitney, it is not Lisa. Adam said it is not Lisa. In real time, was telling Whitney that Lisa is not the person behind this Finsta account. And in real time, Whitney's going back and going, it's you, Lisa, on camera. It's you. And Heather's going, it's you. Heather's going, it's you, Lisa, it's you, Lisa. It's you. And then it turns into Whitney going, Lisa brought it to the group. Lisa brought the Alibaba in. Now it was, she brought it to the group. Right. It was already brought to the group. It was on fucking social media. So she right then and there, she's trying to back out of the fact that she blamed Lisa for the entire thing. She was at first blaming Lisa for the Alibaba or for the Finsta account in general. So whoever the Finsta account is, whoever's behind it has been way before Von Teese was even Von Teese, way before Alibaba was, $1.58 and she's charging $700. Way before that, there's been an Finsta account that's been Von Teesing the entire cast for 2 years, Dana Wilkey, doing the same shit Von Teese was doing. And we know that it's fucking Heather or Meredith. It just makes sense that it's them. And it's just all alleged. There's all these reasons. There's all kinds of things. But anyway, in real time, as they're blaming Lisa for it, Dana's like telling Whitney, and Adam never told her it was Lisa either. But the fact that they wanted Lisa blamed for it was wild to me. That means they all fucking hate her. And that would make sense because Heather, she did the, good time girl. She fucked Heather over at the very beginning. Then she fucked Meredith over with the hot mic moment. And then somehow hates fucking Whitney. So I just like now after even the reunion's been aired, or the reunion's been filmed, Heather's been called the fuck out for.
Okay, we'll wait.
It's the same story.
Shout out to Adam.
Oh, let me hear.
Shout out to Adam.
This game, I'm gonna change it up.
That's Dana Wilkey's voice, you guys.
Feel amazing. So I hope if you guys are partaking, you guys are enjoying it as well. And if not, then you can go to OOcompany.com. But with that, let's play this clip from Breaking the Rules Pod Clips. They took a clip from Dana Wilkey talking about Heather Gay. Here we go.
Game that they were playing to throw me under the bus in the way that they.
This was today.
Game that they were playing to throw me under the bus in the way that they kind of did Adam. Ooh, that really got me because I'm smarter than that. I've been in the Housewives racket for a long time. I know how it operates. So I was like,
can you guys hear it?
I'm not going to play this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to change it up. And so now I'm going to tell you a big secret, which the Patreons know.
Meredith
Gay was in the Patreon for many, many years, enjoying the gossip and content.
Wait a minute. So digest that for 2 seconds, you guys.
You knew. I told you all that, but Adam knew that too.
Says, why are we talking to bloggers? Why are we giving them accountability? Why are you reaching out? Why are we listening to them?
Right.
Is the same person who's in Dana Wilkey's Patreon also the same person who sent her new book, I think Good Time Girl, right? And I'm not even being a smart aleck about it. Good Time Girl. Sent her new book to Taste of Reality and other bloggers, I believe, to review. But let's keep going.
On all the housewives, across the franchises, but most importantly, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cast members. Because, let's face it, my gossip is pretty damn juicy in there. So try watching that scene, Heather Gay as the gossiper that's been spilling all the negative tea, and see how you stomach it. Okay, see how that works out for you. Like, game that they were playing to throw me under the bus in the way that they.
Okay, so her saying that Heather Gay has been in the Patreon
and messaging her.
that sounds like it doesn't mean a lot. Like, what is the big smoking gun here?
Smoking gun, and she's defensive.
Big smoking gun in this particular situation is that at one point, Heather Gay has been, well, she was accused of having a Finsta. Now, this is like, it's the same story being told 5 million times, just with 4 different names. Lisa Barlow was accused of having a Finsta.
Meredith
Monica Garcia was accused of having a Finsta. Monica Garcia admitted to having reality Bontees. Okay, so we check that box, put Monica Garcia over to the side, and she admitted it, had a Finsta. Lisa Barlow said, I have never had a Finsta. I don't have the time for it, so we're going to put her over here.
and she's not going to tell people she does coke.
Heather, who would never, ever stoop as low to talk to bloggers or be in that realm,
And tell people she does coke.
she is now also being accused of having some sort of interactions with Dana Wilkey regarding the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. If I could just, I could go back in time. I wish Dana Wilkey would have shared this before the Salt Lake
I
City.
did, motherfuckers. I've been telling you.
And I guess my biggest
He
problem.
has been saying it. Pause him for a second. Please pause him. Please pause him. She has been. Because I've been telling you what she's been saying it. She has been sharing it, Adam. What the fuck? She has been saying it. So
But it did get brought up on camera before the reunion. I
know. Well, guess what? They wouldn't fucking nobody would do it. Like Dana would release some information to Bravo, but I and her, we were all screaming it. You know how long I've been saying it. I've been calling Heather Von Teese was the name of my fucking thumbnails because I was getting it from her, and her and Adam are both telling Whitney it's not fucking Lisa.
But wait. Here's the thing that I'm confused about when it comes to this individual. So one of the things, I don't really know too much about what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe y'all can clarify. But what I do remember seeing on the season was Whitney in her car with Justin getting a phone call from this guy. And he did say that he reached out to someone and he asked, does this person own a liquor brand? And the answer was yes. So how exactly, like, that doesn't sound like his words were twisted.
Because it wasn't a question. He didn't answer the question to her or whatever the question. The question wasn't anything about this Alibaba, blah, blah, blah. It was a totally separate question. All we heard was that. Dane, all Whitney heard was Lisa said, it was Lisa brought it to the group. And that's the only thing that Adam said. It was somehow twisted. He'll probably say it right now. Somehow that conversation was twisted, but it doesn't fucking matter because after that phone call, she talked to fucking Whitney and told Whitney, I don't care what Adam told you. It's not fucking Lisa. It's Mary. Well, she'll probably say it here.
I have to do that because I feel like Heather has done that enough with other people. Like, for example, Monica. Monica has her children. You know, Monica was on the show. Monica was a standout. Monica was very controversial. She was in Andy Cohen. So many people even
marketed herself well. She was beautiful.
Admitted this, that she was one of those housewives that just came in making such a fuss, like noise and impact.
That's what we need.
Because you didn't know what she was going to say, and you didn't know how it was going to turn out. The problem with that is, if you're at the top of the list, you're the top tier, right? You're the popular girl in school, and all of a sudden you get the new transfer. We're in, let's say Tennessee. We're in high school, and you get the new transfer, the hot girl from California, and she comes in, and now
and Brett Heather
girl, but everybody wants to know who is this girl from California. You start feeling a little bit threatened. You start feeling like, wait a minute, what about me? You start feeling like you might have been thrown a little bit. So how do people deal with that? Well, you have two options. One option is
get rid of her.
By you. I'm very confident in myself, and good luck, and I'm going to support you because I am a person's person, a girl's girl, a guy's guy, whatever you want to call it. Option two is, oh, you think you're coming in to take over this crown? I'm going to make sure that I ruin everything for you. I'm going to
I see my cat.
expose you. I'm going to trash you. I'm going to make sure that I take away every single lifeline. And I'm going to make sure that I have everybody.
What's your credit card debt balance?
Oh, so while that skips.
Yeah, completely.
It's not my premium.
That's like the mean girl way. That's the Heather Gay way.
Heather Gay's chin.
So,
bread.
anyways, I want to hear what you guys think about that. But on top of that, I see where everybody is freaking out right now over the TikTok ban.
Okay, yeah.
Why is he saying to Heather is he not going to get the part where it's Heather? Where Dana says it's Heather?
He doesn't play that. But that is a video from
I can play it.
Adam on, when did that happen?
I can play. You want me to play the Dana one?
Yeah, can you play the Dana one for us? Because I would love to hear.
Yeah, oh my God. She's been saying,
happened.
yeah, I think I even actually asked her permission if I could actually, I think in the very beginning, I asked her if I could talk about this. She's like, yeah, because she was pissed that nobody else was saying. I said, why are you keeping it behind a paywall? Well, it's behind a paywall, but all right. Let me get to her Patreon. Hold on. Oh wait, I can share, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can present, can you?
I think, yeah, it looks like I can. I'll just see 1 second. I am able to open that.
Thanks for coming through to Larger Curves. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring my bell. Ring my bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video. Callie Nola's in the house. Mamere, Dana Maria. We had Make It Make Sense.
Hey,
Toria, Just Simply. Freaking, who else? Smiling with Aaron. And we have, of course, Emmanuel came up to play for the first time in 2020.
I know. Send it to Manny.
Yeah. So everybody's in the house. Thank you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Bush dwellers. I'd like to thank all the Bush dwellers. Thank you for being here. I love it. So we were talking about the Real Housewives of New York. We already digested the darkness of that finale. It was too much for us to. Brynn Whitfield is damaged. She needs help. I don't think she needs to be on the show. We talked about Emmanuel being not Emmanuel. I'm sorry, I looked down. We talked about Uba needing to be comforted by the people and how nobody but Jessel went and comforted her. And now we've segued, as always, to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, where we're about to get hot piping tea from Dana Wilkey. Remember 25,000 sunglasses, Dana Wilkey? Remember her? So she has a podcast, y'all, and she's breaking down what really happened behind the scenes on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, let me make sure. I might have the right timestamp.
Like I said, or wind mitigation, or even fires. And then of all, insurance companies owned and run by the government, because you never know what is in that disaster records that may, if your area has been impacted, and you know, what do you see? And, you know, and Gay conducts the burn book game at the, it's sad. I've always tried to be a help, but because maybe she's doing Crystal. So here's what Amber Lynn Conklin said. This was just too bad. I've always tried to be a help, but hallucinating and talking to walls. You're going, LMAO, I dodged a bullet. If I post the true videos and pictures of this insane lunatic, I promise you will not think he is sexy. LMAO. Puke. All day today, about the fuckery. I got yelled all day for what today, then didn't answer my call because he said his mom was yelling at him. Oh boy. Well, now we know what's going on with Britney Spears.
Here it comes.
Thanks, Amber. All right. So I have two more subjects I want to cover before we get into, you know, the main point of the show. First, I want to say that I watched Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 5's finale. And I wanted to point out to you something that kind of stood out to me, which is Heather Gay conducts the burn book game at the end of the show. It's her idea. And notice the scathing thing she wrote about Whitney Rose. I've been telling you guys for a very long time that their friendship has been, behind the scenes completely broken, not just like on the TV show, like in real life, it was broken. And that all started with Whitney Rose betraying Heather's trust by befriending Lisa Barlow. And so that was kind of an interesting twist. And then Heather buddied up to Lisa this season, and it put Whitney in a really vulnerable position, because Lisa iced Whitney out and Heather iced Whitney out. And so that's kind of, I think, a subplot that's happening between the women at that dinner, which kind of has to do with some behind the scenes stuff. So I wanted to say that to you. But I also wanted to mention that this is further proof that the Finsta, who had been reaching out for years to me about gossip and was the Finsta that dropped the tea about Whitney's business, I believe is obviously not Lisa Barlow. That's why she's so convincing in this scene. She's like, I'm going to sue you, because she knows for a fact it isn't her who's doing it. And Lisa Barlow knows, I know it's not Lisa Barlow. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of conviction in her tone. And really, I'm now still convinced it's Heather Gay, right? Meredith said she had no involvement, but notice who isn't brought up in the burn game. Or if she was, they didn't air it. Did you notice? The only person who didn't get a turn at being burned was Meredith Marks. So isn't it odd that the two people that I said this Finsta account stayed away from, really dragging, was Heather Gay and Meredith? And those are the two people that one is running the game and the other person, we don't see what their burn is. It doesn't make it to them. I feel like it was more confirmation that I am correct, that it is Heather Gay behind this Finsta that was dragging Whitney Rose's business. And this had to be the only way that they could move on, because let's face it, the hypocrisy of that is overwhelming, right? That, all these women are saying, don't drag each other. Don't look into gossip. Let's stop it. You're bad because you're recording our...
You can hear it, right, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Conversations, all this stuff.
Okay.
Meanwhile, each one of them is a hypocrite, because they've all functioned in that dirty, dirty way. And they're deathly afraid of being caught. And so this was the only way for Heather Gay to kind of save the day, and more importantly, herself, because in a way, it's an admission of guilt, that she's been also guilty of doing horrible things to people and gossiping and all this stuff. So it protects her from really being called out in some massive way, which was definitely about to happen. Because if it wasn't, then the scene is completely produced, because Meredith knew, and so did Whitney. And neither of them really said anything. Like, Heather, it's you. You did it. The influencer who was speaking to the Finsta thinks it's you. All things that they would have said. Because as you guys know, I posted the receipts. Whitney agreed with me that it was probably Heather who did it. So why wouldn't she say it?
Right.
Clearly, there was some producing going on in this final scene of what was allowed to be called out and what wasn't allowed to be called out, which makes it even grosser, because that means the producers almost approved for each woman what was being put out there in that scene, or maybe egged them in a direction. All I'm going to tell you guys is that, to me, was the final confirmation I needed, that indeed it was Heather behind this Finsta. So wow, the hypocrisy. As I was watching that scene, go ahead and watch that scene with, instead of Lisa Barlow, the one sending tea to me to drop on YouTube, which then goes to Adam. I don't want to get into the whole story. You guys probably know it by now, but Adam and I had a conversation about this, and how did I get that information? And he said they want to film a scene about it. And I said, if I film the scene, they'll cut me out. So someone should benefit from it. You should do it, but be careful, because they usually will throw us under the bus. They don't never do us a favor in influencer land. Believe me, not on those shows. And so I said to him, be careful. And he was like, I will. And sure enough, they kind of did throw him under the bus. They called him a stranger 50 times in the finale, which he's no stranger to any of those women. They all know him. They called him a podcaster instead of Up and Adam. which is ridiculous. He didn't even get a placement.
Right.
And they did that, like also in the scene when Whitney calls, she doesn't even call his name out to promote him. Again, Bravo, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. And all you women who work for Bravo, shame on you too. Really, really pathetic to involve someone else in your drama to benefit your damn ratings. And you don't even give the guy a shout out. It's ridiculous. But this is why I didn't sign the release. And I offered it to Adam, hoping he might get a break and they would take care of him because he's promoted Bravo for so many years. But they didn't, because they don't give a shit, because they're assholes. I'm just going to say it. And that's it. Shed Media. And so what happened was, sure enough, they did the scene. They didn't promote Adam. They said, they didn't bring up Heather as the one, even though everybody knew it. Very produced. So it seemed like such a big moment and all this stuff, but I'm not buying what they're selling. Anyway, go back and watch the scene with Heather conducting this burn book moment, knowing that Heather Gay lied in her book about Monica allegedly having some sort of gossipy affair with Jen Shah's husband, Coach Shah, while she's in prison. That was not true. I confirmed it. And then listen to that scene again with Heather conducting that game. And remember that I believe truly, and I'm no dope, that she was behind the Finsta account spilling all the tea over the years, about stuff anonymously. She would have been better off telling me and saying, listen, I'm doing this because I like you. I've admired you on the show for your period of time you were on. I cannot get caught doing this. It's really bad for me, but I do want to help your channel and I want to get you some tea. I would have never betrayed that. But the fact that I was manipulated into some sort of like game that they were playing to throw me under the bus in the way that they kind of did Adam, that really got me, because I'm smarter than that. I've been in the Housewives racket for a long time. I know how it operates. So I was like, no, I'm not going to play this game. I'm going to change it up. And so now I'm going to tell you a big secret, which the Patreons know, which is Heather Gay was in the Patreon for many, many years, enjoying the gossip and content on all the Housewives across the franchises. But most importantly, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cast members, because let's face it, my gossip is pretty damn juicy in there. So try watching that scene, Heather Gay as the gossiper that's been spilling all the negative tea, and see how you stomach it. Okay, see how that works out for you. And Monica has been cut out of the show because she, quote, allegedly stalked them off camera. Give me a freaking break. Look at you guys, what you do to each other. Stop trying to pretend you're on a show about friendship and women lifting women. Cut the bullshit. This is nothing about the show that lifts women up. It's all about watching us destroy each other, which is fine. It's sport. It's Hunger Games. I get it. It's very enjoyable. I love to do it too. I watch, I drag. It brings out the worst of me. I'm okay with it. I'm just saying it brings out the worst of you too. So let's not pretend it's something else, shall we? Let's not go drink a bunch of booze and pretend it's healthy. Okay, moving on. Woo, got worked up on that one. Dana got activated.
That was crazy. Oh my God. Emmanuel.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Yep.
I've been telling you.
I have to make a confession.
What?
I was fooled by Heather Gay, and I'm ashamed of it. But last season, I remember when the Monica thing happened, I was like, I'm Team Heather. Heather is like the leader. This season opened my eyes. You guys want to know what sealed the deal for me? Remember when they were at Mary's house, when they were having the breakfast at Tiffany's, and Heather so proudly declared to have lied to every single person about her birthday. I said,
liar,
somebody who's so proud of the fact that they've lied, doesn't sit well with me. So I believe it.
Remember how she said about Monica having 3 last names, and this bitch gives fucking 10 birth dates, but she last year talking about Monica having 3 different names, right?
Yeah.
Emmanuel, look, this is what I told Krista earlier on her channel. And what I keep on saying, the only difference that I see between Monica and Brittany is that Monica's Latina.
Yup. And I was saying this to my sister the other day. I said to her, in hindsight, these women got away with a lot of low-key
Racist
microaggressions
shit.
against Monica
They
that
were
no one
racist.
really talked about. I
Yeah.
mean, they insinuated the Latina of the cast stole a ring, you guys. Like,
Yes, that's
I
what I'm
know.
saying.
And guess what? She didn't even have a ring. There wasn't even no ring there. There was no ring even there. Allegedly, she didn't even have a ring, like, at all. Like, it was completely made up. Allegedly.
and all I will say is, Heather, you better get ready, because when Jen Shaw gets out of prison and if they bring her back to the show, you're going to have a lot of answer, because I don't know about you guys. I don't think Jen gave it that black eye. I don't.
She didn't. Guess what?
I don't think that Heather had any right to write anything about Monica and Coach Shaw.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He said that Coach, they had some kind of fucking affair, like kissed or something. How dare you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Jen's gonna really knock you the fuck out, for real, when she gets out. Like, she's really gonna black it. I want to see her black your other fucking eye. Because
all I know is God don't like ugly and very little pretty, and a lot of these ladies
hit it. She hit it on the corner of a cabinet. Allegedly, Jen Shaw told Dana she hit it on the cabinet, a corner of a cabinet, right? If that's the case, right? But if you were protecting Jen Shaw, like you said, then why wouldn't you just say you hit it on the cabinet, you dumb bitch?
Yeah, that was all too much.
Perpetuating Jen did it for 2 years. If you were protecting her and all this stuff, she didn't really do it, right? But you perpetuated that she did and then said that she did. But Jen said, no, you fucking liar. You made that up. I'm going to get in trouble. You hit it on a goddamn door. So literally, like, when Jen gets out, she's really going to like go after her. And now you're saying my husband and Monica had some kind of weird affair. She's really going to fucking get Jen. Jen's pissed. Imagine Jen behind bars right now watching this play out and not being able to do anything but sit back and watch it, and like the steam coming out of her fucking, like, I feel bad for her. Like, I wish I could do something for her at the moment. And that's a lot coming from me about Jen Shaw. Because I'm not, I said, I don't like Heather. I mean, I don't like Lisa. I don't like Jen Shaw. But there's something about Heather that I just don't like more anyway. She's so fucking sneaky.
Heather, and that's
smart.
what Mary called out. Because I don't think inbred people are the smartest people in the room.
No, but why is nobody making it make sense for her, though? Why is nobody spelling it the fuck out for her? Your lie about Jen Shaw and the black eye doesn't make sense, because if you're protecting her, you would have just said you hit it on the door and never mentioned it after a day after that again. So you weren't afraid of her, that you're protecting her. Which one was it? Because you were so afraid. Oh my God. Oh, Heather.
I was so afraid of this little, and Jen Shaw was so tiny compared
what the fuck are you saying? Just say you hit it on the door, dumbass. Don't perpetuate a lie about it for years.
I'm
and
so
then
glad we got to do that. Do you think that production will take any of this into consideration before next system?
Are you kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? No, they made this game up to get Heather out of what the fuck she did.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. For some reason, Heather in production, they've got something going on, because I remember what Monica said to us at the beginning of the season. They were going to bring her to the finale, but because Heather threatened to quit or whatever,
and Lisa,
yeah, they decided not to do it.
I wish Lisa would have pushed the fucking thing. Why didn't she push the receipts proof timelines to call Heather out for being another Von Teese? Worse than Von Teese. Maybe
it'll happen this coming season.
The Von Teese was only about mostly Jen Shaw and a lot of Heather going in there talking shit. And then now, not only was she in the Patreon enjoying all of it, her and Meredith are in there enjoying all the stuff, and being behind the fence to believe that Meredith and Tanisha and Heather are all behind this fence. I did put this, and telling Dana, put this out about Dana. You forgot to say this about Whitney. You forgot to say this, Dana. You forgot to say that. Literally. And Dana would be like, oh, well, what do you know about Meredith? Oh, she's perfect. Oh, Meredith, yes. Meredith's professional. Oh, here's her press packet.
Oh,
how did you get that? Oh, I used to be a fan of hers. And Heather,
you know what? Oh my God. This totally explains something else, you guys.
And by the way, Lisa does cocaine. That's what this person, this Vince,
Didn't she started off by saying or meth? Did she say somebody else does or meth or something? Did she say or meth in the beginning of that?
Oh, that was about Britney Spears. It's about Britney Spears.
Oh, bless her heart, poor thing.
Yeah, bless her heart.
The way that what Dana just explained about how Meredith's turn never came.
Yes.
Isn't it interesting though? Meredith, she's right. Meredith didn't get a turn, but Meredith left as upset as Lisa because it was all planned. That was an overacting situation.
Right, exactly.
She didn't get a turn, but she was running out. Oh, this is all too much.
There isn't anything okay about any of this.
Yeah, none of this is okay.
Meredith need to get that friend of contract next season because she ain't giving nothing.
Really, like get some therapy, bitch.
And especially if she's now wanting to talk about Seth's girlfriend.
Not only that,
right. Her threatening to walk out at the reunion, like.
You see what this season we got with Brittany. We had her at Brittany going. What would she say, Brittany? What did she say to Brittany on the bus? What did she scream to Brittany about filming them? What was it, Meredith? You can leave. You can leave.
Yeah.
Like she's like this season, we have her going, you can leave. And then she's like literally then like the whole like everything. She's so like what is fucking wrong with you? You know why? Because you're getting caught. That's why. She's getting caught. She's literally, remember last year, Lisa was screaming at Meredith, you're caught, Meredith, it's you. You know it's you, you're fucking caught, Meredith, you know it. It's like, how do you know for sure it's Meredith? Unless you know she's got a fake account, Lisa. You know what I'm saying?
Just like on Traders, when Rob got Bob, the drag queen, kicked off, the West was like, the only way Rob would know that is if he's a traitor too.
Yes.
Watch it. Don't yell at me. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you have to go watch it. I watched San Junipero. You have to go watch it.
I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed.
I watched San
embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry. I didn't watch it yet.
Don't be embarrassed. Just go watch it and we'll talk about it. But Curvy, Emmanuel, Krista, I love you guys. Thanks for coming up for our first live in 2025 together.
Yes.
Curvy's, even in the comments, what are your thoughts? Was Brynn too much? Is she beyond repair with the damage that she is and the damage that she caused? Does she need to be off our screens?
Yeah, she's too old for this. She's too old. She's too old to make these dumb mistakes, to act like this. This is not in the hands of
all the ladies better. I need what my eyeballs are gonna need is to see them all rally around Uba the way they rallied around a known liar. And Uba is so sweet. And she does swear a lot. I don't mind her swearing because I still feel like those are just like to get her point across. She's not like trashy or anything, And but I do feel like the level of Brynn Whitfield's lies are Phaedra Park size lies. And everybody knows Phaedra Parks is a liar, but they're still so willing to believe everything she's saying, even today.
Well, here's the thing, because y'all know I love Phaedra, but I will say this: even though Phaedra's a liar, at least she's got talent.
Listen, Phaedra, Tamra, Teddy, Freddie, they all refuse to be fucking fired. I don't understand. Freddie Hellenkamp. Why do these assholes, they refuse to be fucking fired? I don't understand.
They're giving the Crypt Keeper blowjobs to keep him alive. They're like,
it's gotta be, you're right. It's got to be something because, like, I feel like they
be out of here. But they just
Sister Gay sucking something because she seemed to get past it. She got to absolve herself again to the bullshit. Like, what the fuck? If she's not called it, and why is it up to us to call her the fuck out after they tape the reunion? Bravo. Why are we fucking doing?
And Bravo, to me, has done a horrible disservice to the first Latina of the Salt Lake City franchise. And to make it right, they need to have her back on that show and make these women face her. Now that it's been refilled, that Heather and all the rest of them are worse, and that they let Brittany record them for no reason and get away with it. I think that something needs to happen, and she needs to be made whole, and she needs to do it on this cast. These ladies, I keep on freezing. These ladies need to apologize to Monica on the same show where they destroyed Monica.
I think Andy's trying to kick us out of the studio, asshole. You know why? Because
I know, right?
we get no. Listen, they're never going to do that. Monica belongs on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. She's a fresh.
What do you think about that, Emmanuel? Should she be back on there or go all the way to the Secret Lives of the Mormons?
No, you know, I don't think she would fit in on the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Why? She's just like
Because
them.
I think she's a little bit older than most of them, and they all kind of have like their little TikTok thing going.
No,
I think I agree with Curves. Bring her back to Salt Lake City.
No, they're dusty and old. No, she's too pretty for them.
I just want her to come in, wreck house.
Come in, but she's just like the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. She's so messy. Her life.
You know,
she's young.
Is if she did a comeback season on Salt Lake, so that everybody's reintroduced, they clear her name. Now she's not a horrible person. Then put her over on the Mormon people. Other shows. Yeah, she needs the same way that Uba needs an apology on is the same way that Monica Garcia is doing apology on that show from those hoes.
But the thing is, though, if Bravo knew what was good, if they wanted to just have those ratings, they would have Jen and Monica at the same time.
Jen is in prison.
When she comes out, obviously.
Stop it. You got 5 fucking years. Stop it.
No, she's supposed to get out.
No, people keep saying that. That's not. No, she's in federal prison. It doesn't apply.
Oh,
she's got to be there until people keep saying that. I don't know why. They're like, it's like pipe dreams. Okay.
No, but her sentence was reduced. She's getting out December 2026.
No, she's not.
That's what it just said this morning.
Yeah.
Who told you that? A blogger said that. Did a blog?
Instagram, the new TikTok.
Okay, let me see. I'll try. Let me check because I would know. No, that's not. Don't no. Federal prison doesn't work that way.
Well,
she's already.
I know it don't work that way for Black people.
Whatever she did, the 6.5 years is that whatever percentage thingy, whatever the fuck it is, whatever the hell it is. That is her percentage. The 6.5 years. Just like Julie Chrisley. Remember Julie Chrisley? Oh yeah, she's gotten out early. She got the same amount.
Oh, and Julia didn't get out early either. They rejected
that. Laughed in her face. They said, they laughed in her face. They said, what do you think you're
Why did they get so much longer than Teresa? Isn't it the same type of wire fraud stuff?
Oh God.
Oh no, you guys.
They are criminals for a long time. Todd has like what are they called? Mugshots for years and years. And he looks like a whole ass criminal. I don't know who that guy was on that TV. I don't know who that fucking dude was, but he is a whole ass criminal. I have to show you this mugshot. You'll be so shocked. And Julie was his mistress. He cheated on his ex-wife and he was abusive and an alcoholic and a drug addict. Oh yeah. Wow. They've been fucking lying and they've been grifting their fucking way all the way through the whole show. Yeah, they are not these little church. Yeah, we get a church and we're so perfect, and my kids are perfect, and my kids all drive Land Rovers. Blah, blah. These bitches just got their money some fucking how.
Really? What were you going to say, Emmanuel?
I looked it up. It's actually November. It says, according to federal prison records obtained by the U.S. Sun, Jen's now set to be released from FPC Bryan on November 19th, 2027.
Yeah. 2027. Okay, no, the thing I saw just this morning said 26.
Yeah, the bitch is there for 4 years. She's been there for 2 years. That's wow. That's crazy that has it been 2 years already, right? Wow. Is it a year or 2 years?
Well, it's been 2 years. This is year 2 because Monica was on last year.
Yeah,
it's been 2 years. Wow.
It's going by fast, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
I love you guys. My computer keeps.
I love you too. I love you too.
And you guys, you know what? Manny has a TV. Manny's TV Talk does great. Since somebody drop his link, he does great 10-minute recaps. He won't keep you guys up here 5 hours like I do.
He can say what I can say. He says in 10 minutes when it takes me 4 hours.
He got law schools to go to, so he can.
Yeah, send it to Manny.
So we can sue the government. We need to sue the government. That's what we need to sue.
I gotta find out if Lala will let me
do a class action suit against the government to see what the fuck is going on. That in a country built by immigrants, and immigration is the whole thing. That now all the immigrants got to get deported. Really, God?
Well,
now we're deporting immigrants.
Not all.
Well, the bottom line is, What you do for one, you're supposed to do for all. And if you're not doing that, then that's discrimination. Duh.
I was like, look, how is it that Venezuela is like their crime rate went down and ours went up? Venezuela's like, here
Manny's
you go.
TV Talk. Manny's TV
I like
Talk
TV
is the
Talk.
name of his channel. And that's Emmanuel's channel. And he does he gives great content.
I'm sorry, guys, I can't see the chat.
Thank you.
If I can, I don't know if I can. Maybe I can.
Look, I was trying to wait for him to put your link up before I leave us out of here so that the people.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm keeping you.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
Yes. Right now I'm doing Potomac, Married to Medicine, Beverly Hills, Salt Lake City, The Traders.
So on Beverly Hills, we did that earlier on Krista's channel.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for him to drop your link. On Beverly Hills, what are your thoughts about Kyle's deception and backhandedness towards Dorito? Do you think the text was innocent? And do you think that everybody should get a week off if Kyle can?
Okay, Kyle, the cover-up is worse than the crime. She brought this upon herself. She sat in Bose's house, lied to her face, which, by the way, Kyle tried to go there trying to be all nice with her flowers. We know exactly why you were there. We're trying to manipulate her, but unfortunately for you, Bose is a strong, independent woman who is going to call things out as she sees them. So she's going to say how she feels. I'm loving Bose and I'm loving Garcelle because those two are not afraid to call it how it is, and they're the ones moving the storyline along. I do love Dorit's and Bose's friendship. I also have to admit that.
Yes,
Kyle,
I love it too. And I'm not even a Dorito fan, but I'm glad she found somebody to connect with. And I'm also glad that she didn't treat Bose the way her and Garcelle kind of rubbed each other wrong. Right. And I also feel like her relationship with Bose made her re-examine what her and Garcelle went through. And I think that was an authentic apology that we got from her towards Garcelle.
Last night, yeah, for sure. And then did you see Watch What Happens Live? Dorit was there.
Yeah.
With Bose. Kyle, like I said, this is her payback. It's time for her to receive her own medicine. You did this to Lisa Vanderpump, Camille, your sisters, Denise, and she's always pretty much said to them, take it. So now it's her turn to take it.
Her turn. And then Erica and Kyle's relationship, them being the remnants of the Fox Faux 5, because they actually kicked out Dorito. Who was Dorito even really part of it? Yeah, no, it was Crystal, Dorito, the lip licker, Kyle, and Erica. No, and Lisa Rinna. So maybe was Dorito even in it? Because Lisa Rinna, the lip licker, Kyle, Erica, and that was Dorito. Huh? There were 5.
Yeah, 4. Yep. It was good to scandal. Lisa Rinna. I told you those roaches would scatter like the roaches they are. The second, they're not really all true friends. You know what I mean? Like they're all Erica. They're not really Erica's friend. Lisa Rinna is not really. Lisa Rinna is Dorito's friend, telling her to go in and after Kyle. So I mean, think about it. Like there's none. If they don't. None of them are friends, and it's a shame that Dorito's just finding out now that they aren't friends. You know what I mean? Kyle's always known.
Because Dorito's been wearing that Kyle ass helmet for like all these years.
Yes.
And she took it off one time. And Kyle's like, you can't put me back on.
She can't even tell Kyle to her face. She'll tell Boz that what the fucking problem is with the whole picture. You like literally showing Boz the video of her kissing Mo's back, but still can't see the Dorit's face. And you're gonna scream and yell like a maniac on TV. I'm sick of this shit. What bitch? You can't even say what the fuck your problem is to the bitch's face that you're yelling at.
Thinking that it's this, but I was talking about production. I wasn't talking about you.
Exactly. Yeah. See,
and what is up with Kyle talking to the press, calling Garcelle an asshole for calling her a lesbian? She didn't call you a lesbian, lady. All she said was she was actually giving you some pretty good advice on living your true authentic self. But of course, you're vile Kyle. So now you're twisting it and you're attacking Garcelle.
Morgan Wade's under the bed waiting for us in the next room, bitch. So like Garcelle, you know what I mean? Garcelle knew what she was. Yeah. Morgan Wade was on every trip. So Garcelle's only saying what the fuck is happening right in front of her.
That's what we're saying. And even Andy was like, well, Kyle, you have something to tell us? Did she call Andy an asshole? Was Andy doing what he knew what he was doing? No, she has all this energy for Garcelle.
I want to make you love me. I want to make you love me.
Well, when are you doing your Potomac and all that? I saw your Married to Medicine is up.
Oh,
Yes, I'm gonna post New York tonight and Salt Lake City reunion.
I
Okay.
can't believe New York. Holy shit.
Salt Lake City comes on tonight.
Yes, tonight.
Oh,
Tonight, part
So
1.
good. Oh my
oh
God.
shit. Friday. You won't do Friday.
Ooh, I can't wait. But anyway, Kirby's, everybody have a great day. Go out and get some because there's enough to go around. Don't let them fool you. And fear not. Did you know that in the Bible, if that's your stick, in the Bible, there's a fear not, be not afraid for every day of the year, even a leap year. There's 365 don't be afraid. So regardless of what anything is going on, don't be afraid. Fear not. It's all going to make you a better human, you guys.
We're on the most benevolent timeline available. We're leaving.
Yeah.
We're always
choose your most benevolent timeline, you guys. Choose your mental San Junipero so that you can be in the midst of all this chaos because we have an opportunity. Anyway, you guys, go out, be awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.
Bye. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.